Hello and welcome to episode 23 of the Wellbeing podcast. My name is Robin, and once again this podcast is going to be a little bit different. I'm hoping it's going to be very short and sweet because I just want to discuss plans for October, and it is currently September 28th. I in my head thought I had another weekend before October, but I don't, so here we are. Let's start off. I'm Robin. I'll start off properly. I am Wellbeing Knits on Instagram, and I am Dumbledore's Socks on Ravelry. I will put all the links below, and also that way is where my show notes are, so I keep looking down there, sorry. So firstly, I'm wearing my Audrey and Unst vest. Let me just see if I can stand up a bit here. Audrey and Unst vest. It's really cute. So I showed that in a bit more detail in the last episode. Sorry to get so close there. So you can go back to that one and have a little nosy of what I knit it in and everything like that. So, excuse me. So you're all wondering why we are here. That wasn't a burp, by the way. You're all wondering why Robin is so worried about October. Now, October is the month that we start our MKALs. Our Stephen West MKAL starts on October 2nd. And I kind of touched on it a little bit last time, and I showed you some options that I'd chosen. But I've changed my mind again, so you'll see what I think I've settled on. And I mean, October 1st is literally Wednesday, and the MKAL starts on Thursday, so I have got to just commit to this now. And it's beautiful, so you will see. And also there's another MKAL going, and that is called Halloween Party Cowl by Stephanie Lotvin or Tellybean Knits, and that will be a cowl. Now that is it's a mystery knit along. It's a clue comes out every day for the first 13 days of October, so I need to be on it. I like to kind of keep up with that one. Whereas obviously the West knits, you get a week per clue, so that gives you a bit of time, whereas this one literally gives you, well, in my case, an evening, because I work all day. So I just wanted to jump on just real quick, just show you the previous MKALs, the previous Halloween MKALs, and also my plans for the West knits MKAL. And what I'm thinking, and it's a very, how can I say, what's the word? It's a very rough draft in my head. I'm thinking of potentially doing a little something, probably not every day, but at least within those first 13 to 15 days, maybe I will be doing, I'd like to do a little, possibly a reel. I spoke to Emma of Yarn and Glitter, and she told me I need to do reels, so I'm going to try and learn to do that, and hopefully they'll be entertaining, as well as probably not entertaining knowing me, but at least you'll get to see some knitting in short bursts. How do I keep it to 3 minutes? I'm already at almost 4 minutes and I've not shown anything, but I will hopefully try and keep it down to those 3 minutes. So yeah, I don't know if it will happen every day, so I already know I won't start on the 1st. So I've started going to a knit night in town, and that is from 5 till 7. So I literally finish work and I have to go because I get the bus there. So that's been really fun, meeting lots of crocheters, knitters, some cross stitchers. And it's just really fun to see that there is that creative community in my area when I didn't know. Like, this is basically one of the first knit groups that it's the second one that I know of. The first one has been going for quite a long time, and I've never been to it, but this is the one that's kind of just started up now and it's new. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. It's called It's called Yarn at the Yard, and it's a pub called The Yard in Coventry. So yeah, 5 till 7 on a Wednesday, and then so that'll be Wednesday kind of out of the window. The first will be that, I think, and then so the second I'll hopefully do something, whether that be MKAL, because by then I'll be on day 2. Well, actually I probably won't be on day 2. I'll probably be starting day 2 on starting day 1 on day 2. Anyway, I've bored you with the details, but what I'm trying to say is there might be some more, hopefully, little things in October, just so I can keep myself up to date with the MKAL and also show it off a little bit, so you don't have to wait till the end of the month for me to just show it all. And obviously I'm knitting the shortcake sweater knit along sweater, so I'm working on that. I have one sleeve and a the collar to do, so still a bit of work to do on it, but I'm bored. I was hoping to have it done by the end of September, thinking I had another weekend, but I don't, so, and it won't now, so that's fine. I will cast on the sleeve probably tomorrow now, and then hopefully finish that within, I don't know, before the end of October now. But I'm quite pleased because I started it September 1st. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a shortcake sweater. I'll put a picture in here of where I'm up to. And it is, how can I say? What am I trying to say? I forgot what I'm trying to say. My brain is going and my mouth is not going. I'm catching up. I started it on the 1st of September, and I've done all of the body and a sleeve up to now. So I'm quite pleased with that progress. It's been kind of interesting because that's the first question anyone asks you. How long would that take you to knit? And generally I don't know the answer to that because I don't think about it in that time. Like, I don't think about it in time. I just think about it as like, this is something I enjoy doing. So yeah, I've almost knit a sweater in a month. It's a worsted weight sweater, so I would expect that anyway. But I was quite pleased with that kind of number. And that wasn't like every day. It wasn't every night, every evening or whatever after work. It was sporadic, but it's close. It's so close. And I take it to my little knit night as well. I bet they're sick of seeing it, but I'm hoping I will be able to actually wear it in one of the meetings, and then I'll be like, yeah, I finished this in this meeting. But anyway, not meeting, meet up, I guess. So anyway, let's get to the point. So, MKALs. So this was, I believe, last year's MKAL. And you can see it's kind of a bandana style. Let me just put it on. It's kind of a bandana style. Let me see if I can just move you down. Ignore all the rubbish over there, please. So yes, kind of a bandana style. Isn't it cute? So you can see there's little cauldrons. This one I think was kind of crystal balls and some potion thingamajigs, the moon, a black cat, a witch's hat, and then we had, let me just take it off a second and move it back up. There we go. And then we had this kind of eyeball thing here. I think this was, I want to say like a spider's web. This might have been like candy from what I remember. And then this was kind of witch's tights. So this is where you start. You start here and you're flat knitting, flat, until you get to about here. Then you go into the round and you start doing the colour work. The bind off as well is always, not the bind off, sorry, the rib is always kind of different. So this is kind of got a little bit of an unusual rib. I think, no, it's just a 2x2. Oh yes, it's a 2x2, but I remember you could have done it slightly different and added tassels to make it into like little witches' brooms, but by then I was done. So yeah, so that's that. You can see all the colour work. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I love doing that. I love knitting these. So that was last year's, and then the year before was this one. So you can kind of get an idea. So we've got some skulls. I think this was kind of like this might have been like gravestones. Ghosts. I tried to use a speckled yarn in that one, which didn't really pay off, but I kind of like it. And then there was some bats. You can see the bats in there. Pumpkins. I love the pumpkins. Again, another sort of evil eye thing going on. More bats. And then witch's broom. So you can see that's kind of a witch's broom there. A spider's web. These were, I want to say these were evil eyes, but I don't remember. These little bubbles, and then spiders. This one was great. This was my first one. I loved it. And she does a Christmas one as well. She did the first Christmas one last year, so I joined in that as well. But that might be a Vlogmas, if I do Vlogmas. I don't know yet. And let me just put my hair up. And then, so what I wanted to show you, let me just open these curtains a bit. Get a bit. Oh no, that's too bright. So what I wanted to show you was the yarns I've got for it. Now, I've just stash dived again, just because I have lots of minis, either full minis or bits of minis, bits of leftovers, that sort of thing. So I wanted to just use that. So in her instructions, she tells you what yarn to get and how to pair the yarns together and do like, make sure they're not too low contrast. Now, in the 2 years I've done it, I've been really organised and just really on it. These are the yarns I'm going to use. I think it may have changed slightly halfway through, but only because maybe I ran out of yarn or just wanted to choose something else. Or for instance, like if I had a pumpkin, I wanted the pumpkin to be orange. But if my pumpkin colour was actually going to be like blue, I'd be like, well, I don't want blue pumpkins. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. The ghost is maybe where I've messed up slightly on this one with these speckles, but you get the idea. The skulls, I liked that they were pink and green. So it's that kind of thing where maybe I've decided that I don't like that motif in those colours that I've already picked. So I've mixed and matched. So for instance, in this one, this would have been, the kind of smoke would have been orange, I think. And then the cauldron would have been, sorry. The smoke would have been orange and the background would have been green, but I liked it the other way around with the green kind of poisonous kind of smoke coming out, or whatever you want to call it. And same with the moons. I think the moons would have been something like a blue, let's say. Oh no, I think they were going to be something else, like maybe green. And I just thought, oh no, I like the orange better, that sort of thing. So I kind of mix and match as I see fit, but I have a general idea of what colours I'm using. This year, I've gone the other way. We will pick and choose as we go along. So what I've done to start is I've got myself 2 project bags. Well, technically I've got 3, but I'll explain why in a second. So my first one, this will house the actual cowl. So this is, oh, I love the spiders on there. I didn't even notice those at first. Look at those spiders on the tag. And I think this glows in the dark. Let me just check. Maybe not. Maybe it's the other one that does. But anyway, yeah. So I love this fabric. Isn't it beautiful? I love that it's got the florals. I'm all about cute Halloween, so I'm not here for the scary Halloween. Sorry, I'm here for the cute Halloween, and cute Halloween is florals with ghosts. And pumpkins and bats, but we've got to have those flowers in there, some stars. So yeah, I love this. And then inside is a beautiful orange fabric. And she's also, she being the amazing Joe Piccolilli. So there's her tag, sorry. Piccolilli. Inside there's a pocket with orange spots. Love these bags. So these bags are meant to be kind of rolled like that, and then you tie it up with the ties. But I generally just use the buttons and leave it untied. So that's project bag number 1. Project bag number 2 is this beauty from Bellica Yarns. This one, as far as I'm aware, does glow in the dark. I think the stars glow in the dark. And I love this one. Again, florals with a few pumpkins thrown in. And look at his face, he makes me laugh. So yeah, oh, look at this one. It's like it's got a mustache, and this one's a cat. So yeah, cute. And this one is Bellica Yarns. And inside is this kind of green fabric with spots on. So this is housing the yarn at the moment. The yarn choices, not the actual final decision, but just a couple that I put together with the instructions. I haven't checked contrast. I haven't done any of that. So for colour 1, it suggests a light colour. So she has used, in the yarn that she uses, what's the yarn that she uses? She being Telly Bean Knits. So in hers, what's the yarn that she uses? Miss Babs yarn, and I think she's, let's Google it. Miss Babs. Yeah, she's in America. So I haven't bought yarn from her. And she always what's the word I'm looking for? She always partners with Miss Babs to do this knit along, and she's done some really cute pictures with little pumpkins and ghosts and spiders and things, so they're really cute. But anyway, so the first colour, she suggests a light colour. I would recommend using either a natural white or other extremely light colour. So I am thinking either that one or that one. Now I don't know if the yellow is quite light enough, but that's my thinking. So one of those two will be colour 1. And colour 1 will be the one closest to my face. So I guess either work. I don't know. I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I really like that one. And you only need, for colour 1, you need 93 yards, 85 meters. So I'm assuming that's enough there. Now for colour 2, it says a mid-tone. She said, I like greens, blues or browns for this colour. You can use practically any colour for this yarn. The colour will be close to your face. So again, this is a colour that's close to her face. She's used a light bluish green. Now I have a light bluish green, but it's slightly on the darker side. But it's that one. Sorry, both of these are Blue Fern yarns. I don't know what that one is, but these are both Blue Fern yarns. And the colour's not really showing up that great, but you get the idea. So this is kind of that darker colour that I'm thinking, not dark, sorry, mid-tone colour. But the problem is I need 96 meters and I just don't think that's going to be enough. So it may do the first section in this one, and then I'll switch over to something else for when it comes up again. And then so then for the colour 3, it says a dark colour. She's used a lilac. It is a deep, rich purple. It's great contrast with all the light and mid-tone colours. You can use any dark colour for this yarn, but make sure you love it. This colour has a prominent placement in the cowl. Interesting. So I actually chose a purple. So it's slightly darker than that. Again, not sure. This may be Blue Fern yarns, but I'm not sure. So again, I've chosen a purple. If I run out, I've got a backup purple, which you can see is slightly different, but it does the job, I would say. So we're looking at potentially, let's see if I can put this all together. That kind of series of colours so far. Really pretty. Not Halloween, but I don't care. So yeah, so that's that. And then the next colour, colour 4, is a light or mid-tone. I don't have this one. Where's this one gone? A light or mid-tone. She used a light pink. This will be an accent colour in your cowl. It can be practically any colour, although I like pinks and reds. The colour has a prominent placement in the cowl. So again, I have lots of options. So I have, I mean, this is a bit wild, but I do have this lighter pink. Again, not very much of it, but it's an option. And then I have this orange, which is also kind of light coloured. And then I do have like oh, here we go. I have this light blue. And I have this kind of green colour too. So I have lots of options. Oops, sorry. I have lots of options for that one, but I haven't fully decided on that one yet. Then we have colour 5. I recommend using a mid-tone for this colour. This colour uses, I mean, it could even be this one again or something like that for that colour 4. Sorry, jumping around now, sorry. Colour 5. I recommend using mid-tone for this colour. This colour uses at least the least yardage in the cowl, but it has a big impact. For a classic Halloween look, choose an orange for this colour. So that's exactly what I've done, and I've gone with this orange. I have no idea where this came from. No idea. If anyone remembers it from something. It's not even in my other cowl, so I don't know where this is. Oh, I know what this is. This is Yarn Smiths. This is the leftover Yarn Smiths from my Alexander cowl. So there we go, mystery solved. And then I also have the pink that went with that. So that's an option as well. And then, but I definitely want this in there. This colour, minimum at least. So this colour, so then colour 6. This colour should be dark. It is cool charcoal grey. You could choose a deep blue, purple, green, or black for this colour. I particularly like shades of grey, black for this yarn. So I chose this for that colour. This is a I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking for that one. And that one is actually what I used in last year's colorway for the rib and for these two sections. So the background of the moon and this part, and actually in this part here, and for the witch's hat. And yeah, so I've used it quite a bit. But what I've done is I've got all of these as a backup. So I've got a bright red, which I haven't really decided if I'm going to use yet. I've got 2 kind of dark pinks in there. The neon pink I've just put back in. Loads of greens. I've got I've still got a mini from last year that I didn't get into. I've got a brown as well. So that's why I've got 3 project bags. So I've got the kind of extras that I may want to use. I also put not a self-striping in there, but yeah, it's a self-stripe. Yeah, I guess it's a self-striping commercial yarn in there, which I feel like is so Halloween, and I knit some socks in that previously. So I've got that to hand if I need to, if I want to add anything to it. So that's the plan. So the extra yarn will live in there, and then the current yarns will live in here, and then the cowl will live in the other bag. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. So like I say, that starts October 1st. You can get the pattern now on Ravelry, or I believe her Stephanie Lockman Tellybean Knits website. Sorry, the word website just went out of my head. And that is tellybeanknits.com. I will hopefully be posting lots of pictures to my Instagram, so keep your eyes on that as well. And yeah, really enjoying it. I'm really excited for this again. I love what she comes up with. I love her ideas. And I want them to, obviously I want it to be different to these two. And I think it will. I think from what I'm seeing already, I think it will. And then obviously the big one. The big one. We've got the West Knits MKAL knit along starting October 2nd. Now, obviously, as I showed you last time, I'd come up with a few combinations, but then I have a lot of yarn, and I've posted a lot about it, obviously. And so there's like almost too many options really with it. And then, of course, my mom said to me, what about Blue Fern Yarns winter box from last year? Just what I needed, another option, but it's turned out to be the option. Yeah, so let's just get into that. So obviously last time I was saying about I wanted to incorporate the pink, and I also mentioned about the yak. Those two are being used, you will see in 2 seconds. And then I've brought in the winter box. So the mystery knit along calls for 4 skeins, either a gradient or complementary colours, 4 full skeins, finger and weight. So that's what I did. And as you will see from last episode, I went stash diving. I thought about getting a kit, but it just didn't seem logical when I've got all of this to work with. And I enjoy pulling out of the stash. I know it doesn't look like I do, but I really do. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into it. Let's just stop waffling. So you will remember this beauty from last time. This is Craft House Magic, Karen's Vintage Tea Room, 425 meters, 100 grams, 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. Right, and then you'll also remember from last time this beaut, which that's actually quite, I guess because it's yak, isn't it? I don't know if that will make a difference. I'm sure it'll be fine. So this is this is Pixie yarn, and this is in her undyed finger and weight sock yarn, 400 meters, 437 yards, superwash merino, 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. So there's that, and that actually has a stitch marker from Twin Set and Pearl just hanging out on there. Thank you, ladies at Twin Set and Pearl, for giving me that when I saw you. I think that was when I saw them unravel. How cute. And then the winter box. So this has been sitting in a box. I'm sorry, Shannon, that is not good. It's not acceptable. It hasn't been in her cube. It's been in a box, hidden away. I'm ashamed of myself. But these are Blue Fern Yarns winter box. I'm assuming this is not a spoiler because this is from a very long time ago. So if you haven't opened yours by now, what are you doing? This is from her winter box 2024, so last year. This is Blue Fern Yarns. I mean, it wouldn't be right to not use a Blue Fern yarn, would it? My last year one had Blue Fern yarn, so why not continue the tradition? So Blue Fern Yarns, and it's just beautiful. Let me just show you this one on its own. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It is probably a little bit darker in person. I mean, that's fairly accurate, that kind of dark blue, that kind of mustardy colour with that pink. Stunning, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then it goes with this blue, and it's darker again. I'm sorry, it's darker in person. Oh, it's actually much darker in person. I'm really sorry. It's more, yeah, it's sort of like that. Is that close enough for you? So yeah, it's definitely darker. Oh, it's beautiful. So it's called Quayside Winter. This one is Quayside Winter. This one is Quayside Winter Tonal. And it is on the classic stock, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. Beautiful. And then, so that's what the plan is. Woo! Those four. For the MKAL Stephen West MKAL 2025. Beautiful. I'm really excited for that. I'll take some proper pictures and put them on my Instagram. But am I the only one that's excited? Sorry. So yes, thanks to my mom for remembering that I have that, and sorry to Shannon that I forgot I had that. But it's finally, the beautiful yarn is finally going into a project by itself. Well, not by itself, with some friends. So obviously you can see that I've picked out the pink from this, and obviously the blue is already with it. And then I just added the grey just for a bit of extra, just for some extra, basically. I don't have this kind of mustardy colour, else I would have gone with maybe a yellow. But I don't have anything. I'm just looking at the stash at the moment. No, not a. Sorry, my throat's gurgling. It's not a tonal. I don't have like a tonal yellow. It's not just yellow. It's a mixture. So that one down there. Let me just get it out actually, because I'm curious now. Oh yeah, I mean, it's an option. Am I changing my mind already? No, I can't be. No. But what's great about this skein is it has the pink and yellow in it. So it does kind of go. I just don't know if it's a bit too light in places. And that is Bakery Bears. Actually, this is a DK. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not. It's not a DK. 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's very plump. But no, I'm not going to use that. And then my other one I was thinking was this one. But this is actually two. I have two of those. They're tweed. His friend is there. And then I was thinking that one from Stephen West. But again, no. I already have plans for that. So are there any other options? Yellow options? No, but I mean, that is quite nice, isn't it? If we do it like that. Ooh. Oh, crud. Here's me sat here all smug because I thought I'd figured it out, and now I'm not sure I figured it out. No, I figured it out. I want the pink. I'm sorry. I want to use the pink. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. And that'll be a real nice pop. I mean, this would too, but no. So these are going to be the four that I use. If it comes to October 1st and I change my mind, you know what's happened. But I just think they're really great together. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And they will, for now, be living in, and I'll show you in 2 seconds when I put the yarn in there. We can get 4 in here, surely. Yeah. They will be, for now, living in my Stephen and Penelope Amsterdam drawstring bag. For now. They might need a bigger bag as time goes on. So yeah, so that's that. Oh, I've got one other thing to show you. When I was at Southern Wool Show, I'm going to go with it. Southern Wool Show in Newbury. I was thinking about lots of things yarn related, and I thought, well, the one thing I do actually need is some lavender bags for my stash, because there's some in there. There's definitely a few in there. I found one earlier, but they just kind of sit in there and do their own thing. But I thought I could do with some more. And I knew that Joe Piccalilli puts them in the orders. So when you order from Joe Piccalilli, you usually get a lavender bag with it as well. And I went to her, but she didn't. So I asked her, and she didn't have them with her. But apparently, it wasn't just me. It was another person that also asked for lavender bags from her. So she's now decided to stock or bring the lavender bags with her to shows. But in the meantime, she kindly sent me some. She said, I'll send you some. And I said, well, okay, that's lovely, I'll pay. But she didn't want me to pay. I better be careful with this box. It's got my address on it, I just realised. So yes, so she kindly sent me those for my for being a loyal customer. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this. So yeah, I'll always buy Joe Piccalilli bags, they're beautiful. But it came in this box. Let me see if I can do what I can do. I can't show you the front of the box because the front of the box has my address. So it came in this little box with some cute paper. And I just want to see if I can show you. Oh, I can on this side. So on the box, it had this cute tape with foxes and acorns and hedgehogs. She gets the best tape. I guess it's like washi tape or packing tape or something. It's beautiful. She always has great tape. And I love the orange inside. But she sent this little card to say thank you. And there's all her details. There's all her details. So she's www.pickle-lily with one L.co.uk. Joe Piccalilli on Etsy and Instagram. She's pickle-lily on Facebook, and then her email address is there as well. So she's definitely worth checking out. She has beautiful bags. This is a prime example of one of her bags, and if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know, or on my Instagram, you'll know that I have quite a few of these bags because they're beautiful. Just a perfect size for a little sock, or in this case it's going to be a cowl. It's a box bottom, so they have it's a box bottom there, and like I say, it ties. It's got a pocket on the inside. That's a fairly new, I say new, this is a few years old now, but I have a few that don't have pockets, which I'm absolutely fine with as well. But yeah, she has a little pocket in there. And then the two little buttons that button it up, and this little tab here. So the tab is usually it's usually Joe Piccalilli, but in this one she's just put a little Halloween one. And I have loads. Maybe one day I'll go through my bags and show those. That might be something fun to do, because I have quite a few, as Bellica will tell you. Laura, I'm sorry, but I love your bags too. But yeah, so Joe Piccalilli has beautiful bags, beautiful. So yeah, so she sent this little card, and it says, some lavender sachets, thanks to you asking and someone else, I'll be taking them to shows from now on. Joe, kiss kiss. So she's been hounded by me and another customer to bring lavender bags. No, I'm only kidding. So in the box were these lavender bags. Aren't they cute? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 3, 4, 6. I can't count today. So we've got one with a unicorn on it. Oh, they smell so good. Yeah, one with a unicorn. polka dots. One with flowers and hearts, and it's pink. Oh, and there's a ladybug on the back. And then we've got another one with flowers on there. And then we've got another one with flowers. Beautiful. And then we've got another one with, oh, this one's cute, little balls of wool and knitting needles. I love that one. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm going to put those in the stash, basically, to protect them from the bugs. And I've got 6, which is perfect. I know there's one in here. I saw it earlier, so I'll put them in the other ones. I was going to say it's perfect. I've got 6 boxes, but I cannot count, and there are 9. So I will spread those out. But like I say, there's definitely a few in there somewhere. Again, from Joe Piccolilli. So, yes, I'm really pleased with that. Thank you so much, Joe. That's beautiful. Yes, so that is it. I will have, so next, not next week, possibly the week after or the week after that, I will have yarn to show that I've purchased. Actually, that's not correct. I have yarn to show that I won. So I did a little competition on Instagram. You may have seen if you follow my Instagram, and it was with Little Lycac yarn, and I will go into it more detail in October. I wanted to show it in October, so I'll do that then. And the yarn has arrived, and I haven't opened it yet because I'm waiting for my mom to arrive, because there's a skein for her as well, so I wanted us to do it together. Anyway, so yeah, so that is that, and I'm all decorated for Halloween as well, so I will take a picture of what I do for my decorations for Halloween. It's nothing major, it's just for me, it's just in the house, it's nothing on the windows. I used to put stuff on the windows, but then I don't anymore. So I'll just show you my little crafty Halloween decorations that I've had for years, and I'll put a picture in here. And yeah, who's knitting the mystery knit alongs? What are you using? What do you think to the 4 skeins that I've picked now? What's your plans for October? Because right now it's feeling very busy. God, I can't get my words out today. It's feeling very busy, but I'm hoping that's okay. So I will leave it there. 42 minutes. I'm so sorry it was so long again. But I'll try and keep my other ones short and sweet. Bye.